Today, we're going to talk about a key responsibility that you have as a manager or supervisor, and that is creating a productive team climate. Whether you run a small business, manage a department, or lead a frontline team, the climate you create shapes everything: how people behave, how they perform, and how they feel when they show up to work. And here's an encouraging truth. A strong, healthy climate isn't accidental, it's intentional. But to be purposeful, it helps to learn a simple framework. That's why we say that management skills are taught, not caught. So let's walk through how to build the climate your team truly needs. In the Exceptional Manager program, climate is defined as the prevailing attitudes and standards within a group. In simple terms, climate is what your people believe is normal. It's what they think is acceptable. It's what they sense is actually important based on what they observe every day. And every team already has a climate. The question is whether it was created on purpose or whether it simply happened. Imagine this example. A supervisor regularly takes personal phone calls during work hours, and no one ever addresses it. Before long, the team concludes, if he can do it, I guess it's allowed. That's climate being formed, not by what somebody said, but by what people saw. Climate isn't about intentions, it's about experience. The Exceptional Manager program teaches that climate is shaped by three things: what you expect, what you support, and what you reward. These three levers, expectations, support, and reward, give you tremendous influence over your team's productivity and engagement. So let's look at each one of these. The first is expectations. People perform better when expectations are clear. Your employees want to know what success looks like. They want to know the target they're supposed to hit. But many managers assume people already know or rely on common sense. The problem is common sense isn't always clear. Clear expectations eliminate confusion. They create consistency and confidence. The next component of creating a culture is support. Once expectations are clear, the question becomes, do your people have what they need to succeed, to meet those expectations? Support can mean removing obstacles, providing resources, offering guidance, or establishing a clear process and structure. Without support, even the clearest expectations turn into frustration. Support turns a demand into an achievable goal. Finally, there is reward. Reward simply means reinforcing what matters. Rewards don't need to be financial, though they can be. Recognition is a powerful form of reward. Just a simple great job or a quick note of appreciation, or maybe a moment of public acknowledgement. People repeat what gets rewarded. And when you consistently recognize the right behaviors, you make it clear what truly matters on your team. All three of these components, expect, support, and reward, are essential. But expectations really are the foundation. It's impossible for people to meet a standard they were never told about, and it's impossible to hold people accountable for a target that was never defined. And it's unfair both to you and to them. Setting expectations isn't micromanagement. It's leadership, clarity, and respect. Once expectations are clear, support becomes obvious, and rewards, well, they become natural. Let's look at two examples from the Exceptional Manager program. The first example is time tracking. The expectation, well, it's pretty clear. Employees need to enter their hours worked by the end of each workday. This matters because the business needs accurate and timely hours for invoicing. Support comes through an easy-to-use time tracking software and weekly accounting review to ensure everything stays current. The reward is accurate and on-time paychecks, something simple but incredibly meaningful. This example shows how expectations, support, and reward fit together to create reliability and consistency. The second example involves internal employee behavior. Clear expectations begin with core values that are well-defined and communicated to the team. From the first day on the job, the expectation is that all employees demonstrate the company's core values with teammates regardless of their position in the company. Support comes from leaders reinforcing core values through posters placed throughout the office, supervisors emphasizing them during their one-to-one meetings, and executives reminding everyone of their importance at all company meetings. The reward comes from a peer nomination program where individuals who model the values are recognized at quarterly meetings. Here's a final important point. If you miss even one of the three, expect, support, or reward, your climate becomes suboptimal. Clear expectations without support creates frustration. Support without expectations creates chaos. Expectations and support without reward create burnout. But when you have all three present, your team gains clarity, confidence, and momentum. So here's your challenge. Ask yourself 3 questions about your team. Have I clearly explained what I expect? Am I actively supporting those expectations? And finally, am I rewarding people when they meet them? If you can answer yes to all 3, you're well on your way to creating a healthy and productive team climate. Remember, no one becomes an effective manager by accident. Management skills are learned, they're practiced. And like I said earlier, management skills are taught, not caught. If you found these principles on climate helpful, hit like and the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments which of the 3 parts you do well or where you need to improve. See the notes for links to other videos on strengthening your management team and to learn more about the Exceptional Manager Program.